What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, with the first few days of September already behind us, it is time to look back into the month of August and reflect on my growth portfolio and see what things have changed. So I'm going over all of my buys and sells, my best and worst performers in the month. Then I'm going to look at my dividend payments, and I will talk about what I think about my holdings overall and the market in general. Now, first and foremost, of course, as per usual, at the beginning of the month, I bought my 50 euros worth of MasterCard, just a regular savings plan. Regardless of what happens to the stock, I'm going to buy 50 euros of it until at minimum I have one full share of it. Currently, I'm sitting just below 0.7 shares. Then in the middle of the month, I bought 50 euros worth of Mercado Libre right here on the 18th of August. And I also bought 50 euros worth of Toast Inc. because I wanted to hold a larger equity stake in the company. It was a very small watcher position before then, and now I decided I want to put more money into it. And I also had some buy order, and in fact, I believe one day later, on the 19th of August, it reached the desired price of 36 euros. So the buy order executed, and I bought 15 whole shares. So now Toast makes up 3.6% share in my portfolio. And then I did something that I usually don't want to do, which is sell. I sold pretty much at the top here 10 shares of Nebius Group at 60 euros a share. The reason behind this is that Nebius is a very high risk company in my belief. I still have some faith in it, so I still own 15 shares. I believe the company has some growth ahead of it, and I am somewhat confident that it can also turn profitable. However, there's a lot of risk associated with it, and it was just a very large position in my portfolio. It's still at over 4% share in my portfolio. And now what I did is I basically, I realized some gains and pulled out all the money that I initially invested. So initially, I believe I put in 550 euros. Let me see. 551 euros was my initial investment, and now I just sold 599 euros worth, €1 difference because of fees. So basically I have my initial money back, and now all the money that's left in the stock, which is 817.5 euros as of the last trading day. This is basically all gains just working for me, and that's one way for me to reduce my risk a little bit. And I don't really like the concept of selling the companies that are doing very well. But in the case of Nebius, it was very large gain, very short time, very volatile stock, rather large position in my portfolio, and I'm not perfectly sure about its future, so it just made sense for me to take some gains off the table. Now, my worst performers, number 3 was Taiwan Semiconductor, down 7%. There's been, in general, over the last couple of days of August, there was some tech and AI related sell-offs. You can also see that Nvidia is down 5% after their reported earnings. And so this isn't really surprising. I don't think there's any major news about TSM, except maybe that there's now the US government has a stake in Intel, which might be bearish for TSM. But I think it's just far too early to tell for sure. So for me, nothing really changed with that company. Microsoft is also down 7.5%. I also don't think there were any significant news specific to that company. So I think this is just a broader tech sell-off and some profit taking maybe. And then Hims & Hers is down 37%, which Hims is also very volatile stock. And we see that here it opened August near its all-time high. So not the biggest shocker to see it down again. Nothing major to worry about. If it drops even lower, I might consider adding a little bit to it. But as of right now, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the position. The third largest gainer was New Holdings, which is something new to see because yeah, over the past couple of months before then, they were just trading around. It went up a little bit, went down a little bit, but no major real indication of move upwards or downwards in a major way. But now we're up 14% in 1 month. That's quite nice. C Limited also gained 16%, I believe, after they reported earnings. Same, by the way, with New Holdings. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but they reported pretty good earnings, which, yeah, is probably the reason for their gains. And Nebius is also up almost 20% in August, which makes it even more sensible for me to maybe trim some gains out of the stock. And now in comparison to the overall market, we can see that at the beginning of the August, there was pretty major dip. And then, yeah, overall my portfolio is now down 1.2% over the month, whereas the S&P 500 is down 1.1%, pretty similar. The MSCI World is down 0.4%, Nasdaq is down 2.2%, again major, or not major, but tech sell-off, at least a minor tech sell-off. And the Stocks Europe is up 0.7%. So overall there weren't really any major changes. The overall tech market is a little bit down, and since I'm pretty majorly invested into tech, it's not really a big surprise that my portfolio is also down slightly, but it's, yeah, not a whole lot, so I don't worry about it. Also, July was a pretty good month, so only makes sense to maybe cool down a little bit. In terms of dividends, this was actually the largest month for this portfolio, with just one payment though, which came from ASML, €4.56. Kind of makes sense. They are the second largest position in my portfolio, so yeah, it makes sense. Still quite nice, almost €5 in 1 month, and in this portfolio I'm not at all focused on dividends, so that's pretty good to see. Okay, so overall I am a little bit happier with my portfolio now than I was before, because now I only have 2 very small positions. Last month I had 3 because Toast was one of them. Now it's at 4.17%, so that's quite nice. Also, Nebius is now down a lot. Before it was somewhere around 7 to 8% or so. Now it's in the 5% region. That's a lot more where I want it to be. And yeah, so overall, I'm fairly happy with my holdings right now. And I also don't see any great opportunities presenting themselves. I might just wait a couple of days, because the last couple of days of August and the first, well, now it's been 2 days of September, the market has been a bit shaky and has dropped a little bit. So yeah, maybe there's a company or two where we are slowly getting to a point where I might consider buying, but as of right now, I don't have anything major planned for the near future. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? How was your month of August, and which companies are you eyeing for a buy or sell in the coming month of September? And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.